Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of Fact vs Fiction. I'm Archis and on the show with us today is Mohammed. And today we are going to discuss a new study that came out of the London School of Economics that discusses the motivations behind people sharing fake news, and they pay particular attention to the kind of fake news that leads to mob violence or casualties. And there's a common perception that low tech literacy or low digital literacy among people is a major reason or an influential factor for people sharing fake news. But this study kind of contradicts that argument. So
Absolutely,
Mohammed, what does it say
absolutely,
exactly?
Archis. The findings by the study does not support the fact that low literacy is a component to people spreading fake news. But what it says is that people spread fake news from places of emotion. They spread fake news due to their prejudices and because of senses of patriotism. For example, one of the researchers from the study actually told us that at the time of Pulwama, people were spreading WhatsApp forwards not because they thought it was fake, but because they thought it was their national duty. They were also spreading WhatsApp forwards from that contained news regarding minorities such as Muslims, Christians, and Adivasis because they felt that what was happening was likely true, and that came all from places of prejudice.
Okay, so when it came to child kidnapping rumors, which we have also seen quite
Right.
often, the study states a different kind of reason, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So child kidnapping rumors stem from two kinds of reasons. The first is that people are actually facing trauma, and this sort of trauma they want to share with others just to discuss or sort of spread what they are feeling. And the second comes from an absolute distrust in strangers, and to the contrary, a huge sense of trust to the sort of people that they are spreading those messages to. So when people actually spread these messages, they think that because this is from a group that they know little of, this must indeed be the case.
So when it comes to vicarious trauma, we at Boom did do a podcast episode on it towards the end of July in 2019 called The Darkness on Our Screens. You can go ahead and check that episode out as well. So there's another argument that's heard quite often when it
Right.
comes to fighting fake news, and that's end-to-end encryption. And the argument goes as this, that end-to-end encryption is a major roadblock for authorities in finding, in tracing or tracking fake news, because it kind of takes away all kinds of traceability. However, when the researchers spoke to us, they told us something completely different.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
What they told us was that end-to-end encryption has nothing to do with the spread of fake news, or that there was no link established because hate speech laws already exist, and instead of taking more proactive action towards those people spreading news, it was being blamed on end-to-end encryption, when in fact breaking end-to-end encryption gives more power to public authorities that may not mean the best at all particular instances.
Okay, so it's kind of a red herring is what she told
That's-
us
yes.
as well. So be careful of this argument of end-to-end encryption. We must look into all sides of this argument to figure out what's really happening. And as I mentioned before, this study was conducted through qualitative interviews with 275 people, and what it does is basically lay the groundwork for the theoretical groundwork for further research, which is very much required in this field if we are to know the entire picture or get a clearer picture of what goes on in the smartphones of Indians and what pushes people to share such fake news. So friends, if you spot more fake news, do send it over to our WhatsApp helpline. The database that we are building on our helpline will go a long way in fighting fake news through research. Thank you for watching this episode. Have a good day.